Hey, good morning, captains. It's me, TONIK TZW. You may have seen a little post yesterday that said subs. Yeah, 1,600 subs, and managed to play a couple of games with a couple of fleet mates, Pikey Monkey and Jonesy86 last night. We went all British with the Lightning, the Edinburgh and the Vanguard. There seems to be a bit of a kerfuffle about the British flag. Not necessarily the Union flag, but the flag of England in the press at the moment. So I've put these all resplendent in the Union camo, although we don't have those in the game. Yes, it's unusual to see me in a cruiser rather than the destroyer, but let me just tell you that Jonesy is going to have an absolute stonker of a game, and as a division we will do our best to bring this game home. Now, we do have two divisions on our team. There's one across there on Charlie Cap. You've got ourselves across here on A Cap, and we are going to play the cap we spawn on. Brandenburg big secondaries don't exactly want to be in the way of him, and we don't want to push the cap too hard. Now, what you will see is I'm not running smoke on my Edinburgh, because I know from experience that this thing has quite a tough bow on it, although I'm going to put myself in a few positions where I might not make best use of that to start with. I do get spotted here. I've told Jonesy to hang off the cap, let red team go for it, and when I'm in a position to pop my radar, he can then smoke up, and then we can take care of red team's destroyer, who is now caught in around 30 seconds worth of radar, which means we can all blow the living doo-doo out of him. But he's turning into the cap. I'm going to turn out. I'm running my sonar, and we are going to absolutely pan this guy. He's going to put his torpedoes at us. There's pretty much half his health. The quick reload here means we're going to take pretty much the rest of his health, and Jonesy there is going to finish him off for first blood. 16k damage. If he didn't think I'd see those torpedoes coming from the ZF6, I don't know what he was thinking. You notice that I put my torpedoes across to the edge of the island because there's a Bismarck behind there. And Jonesy and Pikey are absolutely wailing on that Brandenburg, and I'm coming away as quick as my little propellers will take me, because I don't want to be in secondary range of the Brandenburg or the Bismarck. Now, the guys across on Charlie Cap are doing a good job, so I'm going to try and get some shots on this Friesland and get some resets, but we're just going to drift shots over there. Bismarck comes around the corner. He's missed the first set of torpedoes, I think, while Jonesy and Pikey are trying to finish off this Brandenburg in the cap. I'm still trying to get shots across onto that Friesland. We've got a couple of plums hiding behind the island, but yeah, that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. And so we're going to give a bit of a broadside up to this Bismarck. We do get a torpedo. We don't get a flood. And so I'm going to turn and get my bow in and start chipping away at this guy with my armor-piercing shells through his superstructure. We're getting some nice hits here. Just chipping away and chipping away. Now, the Bismarck does have sonar, so Jonesy, once again, is pulling back. He's playing safe. We have no need to get Jonesy killed. Until such time as we take care of this Bismarck. We are up. We've just lost our first ship, which was a mini Gumo getting dev struck by the Anhalt, and the Anhalt picks up a double strike with the Picardy across there. I think it was on Charlie Cap. Red team have both destroyers inside Bravo Cap. The Bismarck is here on Alpha Cap, but he's not going to be there for long, because now that he is low health, it is time to push. and do some damage. I do get spotted momentarily, so the Bismarck knows I'm behind him. But what I'm going to do coming around this corner is try and turn out and then turn in. I call that the sonar is running on the Bismarck, and Jonesy is tucked away safely behind the island, knowing that the Bismarck can't touch him yet. Dun dun dun. Come on, ship, get around the corner. Here we go. We're going to pull in tight around this corner, expecting the Bismarck to be looking at us. We know his secondaries are likely to be firing, flicking between the targets. Here we go. Back for the superstructure again with these slow turrets. We're not going to bother with that Friesland at the moment because they have got the cap flipped. We can't get it reset at the moment. Our Schoenberg is going in against the Friesland, but he's going to lose the gunfight there. And we are just going to keep the pressure on this Bismarck. Jonesy's fire is going on it. It's ticking. Here we go, there's another shot, and I do believe that Jonesy is going to get the kill on this one as well. So we're on 37,000 damage, and we got 2 kill assists, but now we're in the capture point and can start pushing across. Now that Friesland is doing Friesland things. I'm expecting that somebody else must be spotting for him for a destroyer to be sat in a smokescreen, but given that there isn't a huge amount of gunfire coming out of there, I don't think that he can see much, but he obviously can because we lose Air Madness to airstrikes across there as well. It isn't looking good, is it? We've got range on the Anhalt. We're pushing across. We are in smoke fire penalty now from the Friesland. If he had common sense, he would have tried to reset me, but he's wailing on that Lennon that is pushing into the cap. It's not looking good for blue team at the moment, even though we are up on points and we currently hold 2 caps, but we're going to even up the odds here and keep that advantage going because we're going to drop a lovely little shot on top of that Anhalt straight through the sunroof and take him out of the game. 5 plays 3, we've got a 200 point lead, but we are going to lose our Lennon there to the Friesland and his fires, which means we've got a carrier, the Friesland, and a cruiser, one of the Dutch cruisers, but I'm not running smoke, and that gives us exactly what we need against this Friesland. We are bow in, front turrets only. He might be able to set us on fire, but he is panicking, and Jonesy picks up another kill. I've lost count of how many he's got now, but I want to say it's 4. And it is 4 ships, plays 2 as well. We now have a 200 point lead, but we're going to need to take this capture point. The carrier is coming in and harassing us, but we also have our carrier in the game who is hopefully going to be doing something. But we're just going to take this cap and we're going to carry on sailing through. The Friesland smokescreen is a beautiful cloak for our approach through B cap and heading back towards C. And yeah, Jonesy is still full health. I am still pretty much full health. Unfortunately, Pikey is getting absolutely battered. He is getting bombed. He is getting torpedoed. And unfortunately, he will shortly go out of the game. But there's the 7 provinces out there. We're going to put some guns out. We're going to push out towards the carrier because we can see where his spotter plane went up, and we're not going to do a huge amount of damage to this guy, but we are going to get a few little tickles on him as we push through for the carrier. And lo and behold, he is going to appear right here on this corner, and he is going to go brown trouser time and immediately slap his ship into full reverse. Now I make a decision here about going one way around the island instead of the other, and I was questioning that move after I made it because the Saipan is backing up behind the island. And I was thinking, okay, he's backing up. He knows I'm heading in this direction. As Jonesy picks up a Kraken Unleashed, I believe he was on something like 150,000 damage, which is pretty much double what I'm on. The Saipan picks himself up a high caliber, takes out my rudder, the little so-and-so, but his days are numbered. aren't they? And I am just going to continue to sail towards him. The reason I didn't go left of the island is because my thinking was he is going to think that I'm going to go to the left of the island, and he is then going to gun it forwards and come out the other side. But he's not. He's just going to stay in reverse. And because I'm quite healthy, even though I've got double fires running on me here, I can allow those to run because I'm expecting that I can spot the guy as I come round this corner, which is exactly what is going to happen. We're going to drop a set of torpedoes as the Saipan comes running in on me with torpedoes. So I went from very healthy to around half health here. We put the torpedoes out, and then we are going to continue to push. We now have 17 seconds before we can damage control. We've got 24 seconds of air flood, and although we are going to just bounce most of these shells, in pushing past them, we're eventually going to get onto a little bit more of a broadside. He is going to eat a torpedo, and with that salvo, he's going to disappear from the game. So I'd like to think that that was an absolutely solid performance from ourselves as a division of Rusty Buckets out there. Just under 90,000 damage, 2 kills, 3 assists. We got a lot of plane shot down there, 22, not quite enough for a clear sky. But we come top of the board with 3,130 base XP, Jonesy with his Kraken 2596, and Pikey there in the Vanguard with 22547 kills for the division there out of the possible 9. And if you do want to support the channel, you can do it that way. Super thanks on the video. Take out a channel membership, or you can make a direct contribution through the PayPal link in the channel description. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It was a very, very fun match to play, and just goes to show that British is absolutely best. Fly the flag, guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and goodbye.